Hi, my name's Pat McCluskey, and this is component 3 of the class Educating in a Diverse Classroom. This class was phenomenal, made me think a lot about just things that sometimes you take for granted. All the stories in the book were just phenomenal. It's one that's going to be on my shelf and go back to and reread it. I'm just going to do a quick, throw out some quick thoughts of each chapter, things that made me, things that I thought about. So, number 1, Intro to Diverse Classroom. Really enjoyed the story of the young woman who was just overwhelmed by by the class that she was coming into, the students, and just the environment. And I could feel for her because my first job was at a school called named Proviso East, just on the outskirts of Chicago, predominantly black. You know, you get this young white teacher coming in, and you know, you have all the dreams in the world, and you kind of underestimated it. So, could totally brought back some memories, and it also reminded me how far I've come since 14 years ago teaching. Chapter 2 was teaching methods, and I think that the approach that I usually take is the transformation approach, and that's when you look at situations, you put them out there for the students, but you also look at the other side, and it's a lot of teaching with empathy, and that's probably one of the main things I try to do is teach with empathy and realize that not all students are the same, all different home lives, personalities, etc. So I really try to put myself in their shoes as I teach too. Chapter 3, Race and Ethnicity. Um, you know, it's kind of fun. I was looking at my high school, and I went there, graduated in 1992 from Glenbard West, and now I'm back there teaching. And I'm just real proud just of the diverse school that it's become. When I went there, I don't think there was more than a handful of African American and Hispanic students, and now we're quite diverse. And you know, it's just fun looking in the hallways and people interacting of different colors. And I just think we've come a long way. Still have a lot to go with some of the inequities of of you know, probably socioeconomic status and things like that. But I think we're going in the right direction. Um, Learning styles. It's just fun going over learning styles. I obviously teach math, so I'm a mathematical, logical thinker, but trying to work on my spatial, which I find to be one of my weaknesses, my art, you know, visualization of pictures and this and that. So that was nice. Socioeconomic status, again, just to go back to that, you know, we're going to all iPads across the board, and a lot of these kids, which is great because the kids get an iPad, but if they don't have internet at home, you know, that's a big problem because you need internet if you're going to go do everything by the iPad. So, I mean, there's still a discrepancy with a lot of the Hispanic and African American kids. Um, and I think we just have to continue to find ways to give those kids equal opportunities. Think out of the box, and because there's a lot of great kids out there that deserve it. Sexual orientation. Um, that's one that's come into our school. There's the day of silence, and I think the big thing for me is just to remember the word tolerance. Tolerance, the old definition is respecting people at all times, even though you may disagree with them or think that they're wrong. And I think if everyone is tolerant of each other, you can still have a good conversation, you know, logical and intelligent conversation. You know, when people start flipping it, tolerance on its head and political correct and everything, no one seems to be able to want to talk for fear of what they might think, you know. So if you just remember the definition, tolerance is respecting others at all times, even though you may disagree or think that they are wrong. I think everyone gets along better. Religious beliefs. Yeah, I'm a Catholic. I have a tough time separating my teaching with my beliefs. So I often, you know, you know, say peace be with you to people, and if we're having a Food Friday, maybe a celebration, I'll say grace, and I've never had anyone mind it at all. You know, blessings, and we do a good job as a school. There's a room that Muslims can go pray in. Um, we still allow a little Christmas tree decoration in the hallway, but other religions can also participate. So I think that's a good thing. It's educational. Linguistic diversity. We have a lot of refugees in our school. Are we doing everything we can to make sure that they're being educated? I think we are. I think we do a tremendous job of bringing our ELL kids in. Um, I'm actually part of that group in terms of the sporting coordinator. It just kind of happened, but I sign a lot of kids up for soccer and wrestling and gymnastics. And anytime you can be a part of a team anywhere in the world, it makes a difference in your psyche and just experience at the high school. And language comes along quicker. Um, Gender roles. That's something that really made me think. How does my gender being a male affect the students? And I wrote that I don't think I've had any intimidating teaching moment in my life. I mean, I was a good athlete. I feel pretty confident in myself that I could defend myself. So that's never even entered my mind. Um, Secondly, I do like to figure out ways around things, not around things, but figure out things through talking with people. Um, One of the things, though, I think my being a male has affected me is I don't think I've been as maybe caring or maybe too short with people when they've had a problem. Just thinking like, come on, get over it, um, suck it up, blah blah blah. Where I think I could have done more listening and patting on the back. Learning disabilities. Um, I have a son that's autistic, so I'm pretty well versed in learning disabilities, ADD, ADHD, and all that. So it can be a problem in a classroom and disruptive for all all others. But I think if you have a solid plan with the parents, the special ed teacher, the teacher, and even the classroom to some extent, things can go well if you're prepared. Last but not least, physical abilities. I've never had any allergies, so I never think about that. And this book really made me think about, when I bring in if I bring in snacks for the kids to be more of aware if someone's got a peanut allergy, because that can be life and death for some people. And our school does no latex balloons, but they don't really talk about the allergies, and I don't remember the nurse giving a presentation. So, but that's something I think I'm going to look in and at least just ask the nurse in the school. But just really love this class. I want to give Bob and Heidi special thanks. This is my last class with you guys. I think I've taken all 15, and I really hope I get to meet you guys in person someday. You guys have helped me out tremendously in my classroom, taken me to a different level of teaching, and really appreciate all your support. Thank you.